Imagine dying alone in a six-tatami mat room with the buzz of a neon sign as your only lullaby. Your only wealth is a faded photograph from 1989, you in a Versace suit, standing next to your father in a black Mercedes. You were the prince of the underworld. Now you're just a number in a police database. Another dinosaur went extinct. This is not a movie. This is the price of the dragon on your back. You weren't born in a hospital. You were born in a private clinic in Kobe, one owned by the clan. Your first memory isn't your mother's voice. It's the smell of cigarette smoke, sea salt, and tattooed backs. Your father, Daiki-san, is a direct subordinate of the Yamaguchi-gumi boss. You are the Chinon, the eldest son. Your future was written before you could walk. It's 1985. The Yamaichi War is raging. While Japan bathes in bubble economy money, your home is a fortress with windows taped against gunfire. At school, kids avoid you. Teachers are polite to the point of trembling. Parents whisper, "That's the son of a Yakuza." You never get a bad grade, even for a blank test paper. That's your first privilege and your first curse. You rarely see your father. He comes home at dawn smelling of whiskey and gunpowder. Sometimes he throws a stack of yen as thick as a brick on the table. Buy yourself something. But you just want him to play catch without a bulletproof vest. Your first lesson, you're 10. Your father takes you to a warehouse in the port. A man is tied to a chair. He stole from the clan's treasury. Your father hands you a heavy ashtray. Hit him, or I'll break his fingers. You cry, but you hit him, weakly, clumsily. Your father laughs and shows you how to make a proper fist. That day you learn pity is weakness, and in the Yamaguchi-gumi, the weak get eaten. Initiation. At 15, you rebel. You join a Bosozoku bike gang, racing in kamikaze uniforms, fighting with steel pipes. You think you're escaping your father's shadow. The irony? It's just kindergarten for future Yakuza. After your first arrest, the clan's lawyer silently pulls you out. At home, your father doesn't yell. He pours a cup of sake, the Sakazuki ritual. "Time to become a man," he says. In the reflection of the cup, you don't see a teenager, you see a criminal. You drink. There is no turning back. Your first days in the office, you thought you'd get a gun. No, you're a heizumi, a servant. Wake up at 5 a.m., clean the office, empty ashtrays, cook food. No privileges for the boss's son. In fact, you're held to a higher standard. You learn to read the air, kukio, understanding the boss's mood from a twitch of his eyebrow. One day, you forget to buy cigarettes for an older brother. He stubs his cigarette out on your hand. You don't scream. You apologize. Sumimasen. You look at the burn. It's your first medal. You are now part of the family. Your ticket to the elite is the irezumi. You travel to the outskirts to a master who works by hand with a bamboo needle. Shaki-shaki. That sound of needles tearing your skin becomes your nightmare. 400 hours of pain. You endure hellish fevers, your body burning, skin peeling. To groan is a disgrace for a lieutenant's son. A year later, a rising dragon lives on your back. The door to the world of ordinary people is now sealed forever. You've become a work of art that has no place in a public bath.
January 17th, 1995. You wake up a second before the hit. Animal instinct. Then the world explodes. It's not a tremor, it's a vertical throw, as if a giant slammed your house into the ground. Your bed jumps, walls crack with the dry sound of breaking bones. Darkness. Only the wail of sirens and the sweet, nauseating smell of gas. You crawl to the balcony. Winter. The cold cuts to your bone. Your fortress in Nada is destroyed. Wooden houses have collapsed like cards. The famous Hanshin Expressway lies on its side. The sky glows orange with fire. The old world is gone. You run to the clan's headquarters. The generators are on, lights are blazing. The Yakuza react faster than the government. While ministers in Tokyo sip coffee, the bosses are giving orders. The Wakagashira comes out in a sports windbreaker. Open the warehouses, load water, rice, blankets. The world must see who really owns this city. You trade your Versace jacket for a nylon jacket with the clan's emblem. You're no longer a gangster, you're a rescuer. In the park, a refugee camp is in chaos. No government help, roads are cut. But the black trucks of Yamaguchi-gumi are already there. You hand a bottle of water to a crying woman, the same woman from a family you would have been extorting money from in peacetime. She sees your tattoos, but she bows. Thank you. You work a shovel for 20 hours straight, pulling out survivors. Your hands are raw, but it's honest blood. Your killered brothers work beside you, now heroes. For the first time, you feel like a samurai protector, not a parasite. 3 days later, the army arrives. You're sitting on a pile of rubble, exhausted but proud. Your father approaches, clean-shaven. He didn't swing a shovel, he was on the phone. "We did good, Dad," you ask. He smirks. "We helped, son. We bought their loyalty with a bag of rice. Now we'll take their money." He gestures at the ruins. "I see trillions of yen. All this concrete needs to be cleared and rebuilt. The government will provide the budget, and we'll get the contracts." He drops his cigarette into the dust. "It's not over. Tomorrow, change your jacket for a suit. The war for garbage begins." Kobe rebuilds. For the residents, it's hope. For Yamaguchi-gumi, it's a gold rush. Your new title? Sanja-gyo, Industrial Waste Manager. You trade flashy suits for a gray work jacket and a helmet. You look like a businessman, but your business is dirtier than drugs. The city needs to dispose of millions of tons of debris. Legal disposal is expensive. Your job is to make it cheap. At night, your convoys of trucks dump concrete and rebar in the forests, on farmers' fields you've intimidated. It's called toboshi, making it fly away. The trash disappears, money appears. You know you're poisoning the land, but money doesn't smell. Your father sees your success, he promotes you. Now you're a sokaiya, a corporate racketeer. You buy a tiny share in a big construction firm. It gives you the right to attend shareholder meetings. You walk into the boardroom in a $5,000 suit. Silence. The directors turn pale. In your folder, compromat, mistresses, hidden losses, criminal ties. "Gentlemen," you say quietly into the mic, "I have questions about the annual report, or we could discuss our consulting contract." They pay. They always pay. This is hush money. You feel like a god. You haven't touched anyone, but you earn more than the whole street gang in a year.
You drink Dom Perignon, thinking it will last forever. At night, you rule the entertainment district. Hostesses line up and bow. You throw money like confetti. Club owners tremble when you raise their protection fee. You're the king of the food chain. The police look the other way. Politicians shake your hand. You've forgotten what fear feels like. That's your first mistake. Where there's big money, blood follows. A minor clan wants a piece of the construction pie. They burn your trucks. This isn't an honor war, it's corporate warfare. You go back to the old ways. You capture their foreman, drive him to the mountains, to the very spot where you dumped toxic waste. You don't beat him, you bury him up to his neck in the rubble. Broken glass, rusty nails, concrete dust. Sit and think until morning, you say. At dawn, broken and frozen, he signs away the contracts. You won, but looking at him, you feel like a grave digger, not a shark. Business is too good. Your father gets greedy. He wants a contract for a new shopping center, but Tokyo people already own it. Serious people. The meeting is set in a tea house in Kyoto, neutral ground. You go with your father as security. Under your jacket, the weight of a chuka, a Smith & Wesson.
Carrying it is a crime, but your father insisted. The meeting goes bad. Screaming, threats. Suddenly, one of the Tokyo men reaches inside his jacket. Your nerves, frayed by years of stress and sleepless nights, snap. Reflex faster than thought. You draw. Bang! You aimed for the shoulder. Your hand shook. The bullet hits his neck. Blood sprays on the tatami, on your father's expensive suit, on your hands. Silence. Your father looks at the body, then at you. "Go, Dad," you say, your lips trembling. He straightens his tie and exits through the back door. It was your initiative. I saw nothing. Police surround the building. Megaphones blare. You perform migawari, the act of taking the blame. You wipe your father's prints from the teacup. You put the gun on the table. You walk out with your hands up. Camera flashes blind you. Tomorrow, the papers will call you a mad gunman. Your business career, your clubs, your millions, gone in 1 second. The trial is fast. You stay silent. You confess to everything. 12 years hard labor. The clan's lawyer nods at you from the gallery. The clan won't forget. Your family will be provided for. But your father isn't in the room. He has an important meeting with developers. He's already dividing up the very contract you killed for. In Fuchu prison, they shave your head. Your expensive suit is replaced with a uniform with a number. Your dragon tattoo is now only seen by the guards. The cell door slams shut. You think your life is over, but the real school of survival is just beginning. Welcome to Fuchu prison. No screaming, no fighting. Silence rules. Your name is gone. You're number 489. Japanese prison breaks your will with drill. Wake up at 6:30. Work in one position for hours. Any movement gets a baton strike. It drives you crazier than torture. But even here, hierarchy exists. At night, other inmates whisper "aniki," offering you tea and cigarettes. You sit in the center of the cell, like a king in exile, building connections with other clans. Prison becomes your university, teaching you patience while the world outside rockets forward. 9/11, the Iraq War, iPhones. You're stuck in the 90s.
Your father visits rarely at first, complaining the police are strangling the business. Then he stops coming altogether. The lawyer delivers the news dryly. Stomach cancer, stage 4. You beg for release to say goodbye. Denied. Criminals don't have families. Your father dies alone. Your sacrifice was pointless. You saved him from prison, but not from death. The clan starts to crumble. You can't cry in front of the guards. You just clench your fist until it bleeds. You're released after 12 years. Instead of a convoy of black Mercedes, a single guy in a rental car meets you. "Where is everyone?" you ask. "Anti-Yakuza ordinances," he explains. "We're forbidden to assemble. We're underground now." Tokyo is clean, sterile. When you take out a cigarette, the driver panics. "Smoke detectors!" You feel like a dinosaur. The clan gives you an envelope of cash and a tiny apartment on the outskirts. You go to the bank, rejected. The 5-year rule. New laws say you can't open an account, rent an apartment, or buy a SIM card in your name. You're a ghost. You have money, but you can't live legally. Sitting in a park with a can of cheap sake, you watch people with smartphones, people for whom you don't exist. You were the prince of Yamaguchi-gumi. Now you're an old man who can't use a touchscreen. When an old friend calls you back to work, you have no choice. We need old school guys. You don't know how to live in this clean world. Send me the address. Your old friend leads you to the clan's new office. You expect maps, smoke, guns. You see a room full of young guys in cheap shirts, sitting at phones and laptops. "Welcome to the 21st century," your friend says. "Racketeering is dead. Protection is dead. We do tokushu sagi now, special fraud." They give you a script. Your job? Call old people, pretend to be their grandson. "Grandma, it's me. I had an accident. I need money for bail right now." You stare at him. Your dragon tattoo itches under your shirt.
I'm a warrior, you growl. I broke bones for the clan, and you want me to scam defenseless old women? The young guy laughs. Warriors are in prison or in the grave, uncle. We need money. Sit down and dial or hit the streets. You sit, you dial. Your fingers, used to holding knives, tremble. Hello? Grandma? You say, your voice hoarse. In that moment, you die as a Yakuza. You've become a chimpira, small-time punk. You make millions for the clan, but you feel dirtier than when you were burying bodies. One evening, you're walking home. 5 guys in hoodies surround you. They don't know who you are. They just see an old man. Give us your wallet, Gramps. You laugh. For the first time in years, you feel alive. Come here, puppies. The fight is short. You're old, your breath is short, your liver hurts, but you have street fighting experience from the 80s. You break one's nose with the edge of your hand, take out another's knee, the rest run. You stand over the fallen enemy, wiping blood. You won the battle, but you lost the war. Tomorrow, 50 more will come, and they have no respect for your past. August 2015, history repeats. Yamaguchi-gumi splits again. Thousands leave, forming the Kobe Yamaguchi-gumi. Tension, orders to prepare for war, but you look at it with fatigue. You remember the war of the 80s. You fought for honor then. Now it's old men fighting over the last crumbs of power. Your boss says, we must show strength. You look at your bank account, registered under a fake name. It's empty. No pension, no family, no future. I'm retiring, you say. You put the clan's diamond-shaped badge on the table. You perform katagi, a return to the ordinary world. But the ordinary world isn't waiting.
Where does an old Yakuza go when he can't open a bank account and no one will hire him? There's one place that doesn't ask about your past and pays in cash. Fukushima Daiichi. After the 2011 meltdown, the plant needs liquidators, dirty, dangerous work, cleaning contaminated soil, clearing debris in the red zone. They recruit debtors, homeless people, and ex-Yakuza. You go north. You live in a barracks. Every morning, you put on a protective suit, a mask, and a dosimeter. You walk into a dead city. Houses stand empty, overgrown with weeds. Stores still have goods from 2011. It looks like your soul, empty and radioactive. You work with a shovel, scooping radioactive dirt into black bags. Your dosimeter crackles. Tick, tick, tick. It's the sound of your death, but you don't care. Here, among the invisible danger, you feel useful again, a nuclear samurai. You're sacrificing yourself to clean the land. It's your last redemption. On your back, under the protective suit, the dragon is slowly fading. You return to Osaka. Your health is broken. Doctors say cancer, maybe from the radiation, maybe from the cigarettes, maybe from the life. You lie on a thin futon. Neon light shines through the window. You hear the hum of the city that has forgotten you. You take out an old photograph, 1989. You're young, in a Versace suit, next to your father, in front of a black Mercedes. Kings of the world. You look at your hands. A finger joint is missing from your pinky. You cut it off in '98, trying to apologize to your father. It didn't help. The tattoos on your skin are wrinkled and faded. The dragon is tired. You pour cheap sake from a paper carton. Kampai, you whisper to the emptiness. You drink. You close your eyes. You don't see the prison, or Fukushima, or the call center. You see that day you first put on the badge, when you were part of a family, when you had a name. In the morning, the landlord finds your body. The police run your prints. The database flashes. Former member of Yamaguchi-gumi. High threat. The cop smirks. Another dinosaur went extinct. Your body is cremated at the state's expense. Your ashes don't go to a family grave. They are scattered in an unnamed cemetery. No name, no honor, no memory. The dragon doesn't die of old age. It dies because the world around it changed. The Yakuza didn't fall to the police. They fell to convenience stores, security cameras, and a society that no longer needed them.
The last warriors became phone scammers. The kings became ghosts. If you want to understand the real price of a life of crime, it's not the prison time. It's dying alone, forgotten by the very family you sacrificed everything for.